Hello Internet! I'm so happy to be here for the second time for our second lesson. Oh yeah! And this time we're gonna speak about amps. Because in the last lesson we spoke about what kind of bass you wanna have, what kind of compartments, how the bass is built basically. All the parts that you have on the bass, or the bridge, or the pickups, all the preamps, the equalizer that you have over there. We spoke about the string counts, about every difference between 5 string, 6 string, 7 string, 8 string, 4 string. We spoke about basically everything that you need to know before you getting your first bass or deciding to start to play bass. What you need to know before you choosing your bass. That's what we spoke about in the last lesson. And this lesson we're going to speak about amps, like I mentioned. And today we're going to speak about the best amps for practicing in home, for the moments that you need to basically to practice exercises, to improve your dexterity, to improve everything that you need to know and to do in home. You need an amp to serve you. If it's for practicing, or maybe you are deciding that you need an amp for playing with a drummer or other players. So you need a different amp than that, because, for example, the amps for practicing, they are quite smaller. If I'm gonna move a little bit, I'm gonna make a space. Yeah, that's what you wanna see, the amps. Not a bass player that play them. They got the amps themselves, no problem, you're gonna see them. So here we have a couple of combo amps, and we're gonna speak about the difference between them. We have my favorite that I wanna recommend for every beginner. First of all, let's put all of you in perspective. Okay? Let's think straight. What do you need amp for? Do you need home amp for basically practice at home by yourself? Do you need it for playing with more people? Maybe do you need it to play with a drummer? Maybe do you need amp for a live show? So those factors are the most lead thinking that you need to have before you're buying what you need to have. Okay, let's start with the smallest one. Let me bring it close to the camera so all of us can see exactly what I'm speaking about. Because this one is a keeper. What we have here? We have the Roland Microcube RX for bass. This thing is so cool for bass. They made a strap for it. Basically, you can take your bass strap and strap it around yourself and carry it around and stuff like that. This thing is not heavy at all. What's special about this, guys, is that you have, first of all, a 3-band EQ. You have here 6 different effects. We're talking about echoes, delay, wah-wah, chorus, flanger, delay, if I say mention again, of course. And the next thing, you have a rhythm guide. You have here a drum machine. You have here a metronome. This thing is a killer. For practicing, this is wow. Okay, so you have here volume, you have here gain, you have also 6 different kind of amp simulators, which is really cool. And you have here a tuner inside this shit, man. Sorry, pardon my mouth. You have here another, let me show you something really awesome. You have here an option to put AA batteries without the power supply to the wall. You can take it with you to the park. You can bask with it. You can connect a microphone to it. You have output. You have aux in. You have stereo. You have headphones. So this is so awesome if you need it just to practice by yourself at home and go down between exercises. This is the perfect thing. Now let me tell you something. Let's speak about another subject we're gonna speak about as well. If you need the amp for practice, you need to remember that you need to practice. Do you really want everyone to hear you go up and down in scales and exercises super loud to enjoy? Some people don't care, but for me, when I know someone listen to me, I know that I make them crazy because I repeat the same thing over and over again, when I practice. So I don't know if I really recommend you guys for an amp, because there are better options, to be honest with you. Or you should think about headphones, good headphones as well. I would recommend the closed back headphones for your amp, and then you will not disturb anyone when you know that people are home after work. That's the best option, you know, to be honest. Even a sound card, to be honest with you, is a best option, because then you don't disturb anybody. You have all the effects there. You have tuner. You can choose whatever plugins for amps you want over there. And this is amazing, you know, priceless. So a sound card and good headphones could also serve you for practicing. If you need an amp to jam with people, with a drummer, for example, the Roland Microcube RX is not enough. The drummer is too loud for this, and this unfortunately reach close to 30 watt if you crank everything up. So it's not a good option to play with a drummer. You will need something powerful. And to be honest with you, as a guy that tests all of those amps, even this one is not enough for a drummer. And this is a 30 watt. Okay, what I show you here is 20 watt. But of course, in the Roland, if you crank it up, there is option to reach some kind of high gain of 30 watt. But we are talking about here volume. So this one is not enough for the bass frequency. But the best one, the one that you have the balls, the one that all the place is shaking from your instrument, is this one, my friends. The markbass CMD. And this one is a fucking monster. And I'm gonna tell you why. I even wrote everything down, so I would not miss any part. This thing, this monster, can reach 600 watt easy. I've been playing with this outside in the street of Germany. It was echoing between the building, my notes when I played that. Also the Roland I was, by the way, basking with. 3 years, this guy gave me fucking money to live, okay? And also with that one, in the summer I went outside and played in all the gardens. And this thing made for me so much cash because it's so high quality sound. Okay, so we have here, can reach 600 watt in open space. Drums is not a problem. For a live show, this monster is exactly what you need. It's light, it's loud, high quality. Drummer can carry this without no problem. It have a custom horn tweeter, by the way, and it's important because one time it's got burned because I plug in music and I didn't know, and I burned by mistake and I had to replace it. And it's specifically made from Italy. It's something really special. So the high quality of the sound with a markbass CMD is nothing like this on the market. I've been playing with Ampeg amps, I've been playing with Mesa Boogie amps, but markbass is the top, I must say. Of course, if you want to change my mind, you're welcome to write in the comment and mention that. But until then, I'm really satisfied with this. It's serving me for above, I think, more than 5 years, to be honest, guys. What more? 4-band EQ, this markbass over there have a limiter balanced XLR connection. For practicing is not the best amp because it does not have headphones input. You could plug into it also things, but it's not built for practicing. So this is what I'm telling you. You need to know what you want. If, of course, you can also always buy a head and a bigger stack and stuff, but for home, you would never play it really loud. Your neighbors will not allow you. Immediately they call police. You know, if the volume is too much exaggerated, people will complain. So thinking about yourself, I'm gonna get the best. You can, you're welcome, but you're gonna open barely one, and it's already gonna be too much loud. With this, it's too much loud, yeah. And this is how much, like 25, maybe if you push it, you know. And also the Warwick. Well, don't speak about the Warwick. I need to mention something nice at least. It's a good amp. What I like about this amp, let me get it closer to the camera as well. You see this amp? It can also lean. No? Oh man, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not wrong. Okay, so it can lean and stay like that, like a monitor. Yeah, it was not crazy. I was thinking, what? Did you imagine that it can lean? No, it's really true. So it can lean. and be like a monitor, and then when you stand in front of it, something, this is like one benefit. Another benefit that you have with this Warwick, it have 30 watts, but look, 30 watts compared to almost 30 watts, and the Roland is not enough with the drums, and also the Warwick is not enough for the drums, it's not loud enough. It's very good for practicing. It have phones input, to be honest. So, to be honest, for home, you will not want to push it. If it's for rehearsal room, I would prefer sometimes to take, this CMD markbass with me when I have a rehearsal with somebody, when I play somewhere. I prefer to take this amp, with me, and never trust what there is in the rehearsal room. It's so good that I would always take it with me wherever I go to play, to be honest. So this is the perfect amp. You need to try it when you have a chance. markbass CMD. There are more variation of all kind of amps in the market. I know that, for example, the Roland, I think if I'm not mistaken, is like 200 in these days. You can find it in even second hand, cheaper a bit. If it's just for practice and you want something to jam, to cover music or something, of course, second hand amp that costs cheap would do the trick. But if I would be you and I want to get better at bass and maybe be a bass player of a band or go somewhere in life, I would definitely think about getting myself a sound card, secondhand, cheap, a good headphone, and you can hear yourself, you can put yourself effects. That means that you don't have to buy expensive pedals or invest so much money on this thing. By the way, next lesson I think we're gonna make that we're gonna speak about pedals. What pedals are really essential for bass? What you really need? What is luxury? What is worth to spend money on? And we're gonna speak all of that also in the next lesson. I'm sorry about sometimes to be slower and stutter, or because I want to make this video as fast as possible, these lessons. I don't want to take my time editing. I just want to shoot lessons for you so you see what kind of guy I am. If you enjoy the vibe and everything, I would really like to even offer you more lessons one-on-one, but at the moment we are sticking to the videos. Soon when finish to speak about the basic subjects, we're definitely going to start with the theory, the heavy theory things, the nerdy stuff. At the moment we speak about the essential, the things that you need to know before you start to get into the actually playing, before you maybe waste your money for nothing. So this is why I'm here, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe and support, like, comment, that would help a lot. Next, I believe we have another few lessons and then we start with the heavy theoretical stuff. In the meantime, I really hope you enjoy. I really hope I educate someone with my experience. And thank you again. That was Yoni, and I really enjoyed it. And see you again very soon. And I wish you have a lovely evening. Yes, the camera is here, not here. Always a mistake. Mistaken. I'm sorry. Bye. See you again.